Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mic Drop Monday with ElisaLaShell, the Empowerment Specialist. I am so excited about tonight's segment. So what I'm going to do is give everybody an opportunity to join me live for this Mic Drop Monday. You guys know how we do. I'm excited about getting you guys on to join in with me tonight. I believe we are going to have an amazing time. So as you guys come on, make sure that you let me know that you're dropping the mic with me tonight. I'm excited. We are really going to be dealing with something big tonight, and I'm excited. I believe I'm going to really drop some mics tonight to get us to the next level. Hey, Tina, in our lives. So as we prepare for Mic Drop Monday, you guys know how we do. I'm going to come on and I'm going to start sharing this with some people. Leanne, watching from Bainbridge. Listen, make sure you guys tell me hello. Let me know where you're watching from, and if it's your first time, let me know. Chelsea King is in the house. Hey, hun. Thank you for joining tonight. I'm so excited. Sheila, hey, it's date night, Monday night. And so I'm going to start sharing this with a couple of my pages. My classmate Lisa, hey, woman of God, thanks for joining me tonight. I'm going to start sharing this because I believe this is something everybody needs to get in on. Tina Maria, hello and welcome. So you guys, do me a favor. Hey, Kathy, use your power of influence. You guys can reach way more people than just I can. So, hey, Carlancia, use your power of influence and share this segment on your page on the beginning, because I want everybody. Sandra is in the house from Moultrie. I want everybody to get in on this in the beginning. Hey, Mary. So I know sometimes we kind of wait and share it at the end, but I want everybody, because I'm going to be dropping nuggets from the beginning all the way through. Hey, Cynthia's watching from Texas. So go ahead and get your people on now. I'm going to share this with a couple of pages and get them on with us. My friend Kawambi D is in the house. Hey, Tina. I'm so excited about you guys joining me tonight and every Monday night. I'm always very, very excited about Mic Drop Monday, and I believe what I have tonight is something that is very fresh. Camille's able to watch live again. Yay, I'm so glad that you're here. So listen, hey, Tanya, woman of God is in the house. Thank you so much for joining. So again, I believe this is going to be another powerful night. Lynn is watching for the first time. That's right, I saw her in Bloom. I was in North Carolina this weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in to Mic Drop. Mary Adams is in the house. Hello, watching from Leesburg, Georgia. LaCora, hello. Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm excited because we are about to tap into some things and get ourselves and our lives into the next level. Elaine is in the house. So listen, do me a favor. Stacy, thank you so much for watching and tuning in. Do me a favor, if you can think of anybody that needs to benefit, hey, Robin, from this segment, you need to get them on tonight because we are going to deal with some of these blessing blockers, things that are blocking our blessings. BJ's watching from Dawson, Georgia. Thank you so much. Brenda's watching from North Carolina. Welcome. We're going to be tapping into, I was done, hey, Rhonda, with the prosperity principle, because I did that last Monday and it was off the chain. Montezuma's in the house. And so, hey, Kalila is watching. Welcome. Thank you so much. And so I said last Monday, I was like, you know what? Hey, Chidima, I'm dealing with prosperity, but listen, it was amazing. Natalie is watching from Trinidad. Listen, already we have different countries that are tuning in. So hello and welcome from Trinidad. Patricia is watching. Thank you so much. So last Monday we were dealing, my cousin Will's watching from Florida. We were dealing with prosperity. And let me tell you guys something. It was off the chain. Hey, Halima. And I'm going to tell you towards the end, Alicia is watching from Monroe, that so many people came away with so many blessings. Prophetic words were dropped. Tina, thank you so much for watching. Stephen James Brown is in the house. Hey, Sharita. And so I was going to move on. I was actually going to open up this month with my relationship series. Dublin is watching in the house. Hey, D Rhodes, thank you for watching. But listen, when I get that unction that said, hey, hold on, before you let the people go. Hey, Jay from St. Petersburg, Florida is watching. He said, you got to talk to them about their prosperity blessing blockers. And so I was like, what? Part 2? And so part 2 is in the house. We are dealing with how to unlock your prosperity and 5 blessing blockers that we're going to deal with tonight. My friend D, woman of God, is in the house. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, Sam, thank you so much for watching. Chelsea's sister Precious is watching for the first time from Valdosta. Welcome. Thank you so much for watching. Melissa is watching from Michigan. Thank you. Niagara Falls, New York is in the house. Hey, Barbara, thank you so much. Shirley, listen, welcome all of you guys. I am so grateful that you all are tuning in to Mic Drop Monday. It is going to be amazing. And I promise you, before you get off of here today, I say this all the time, you're going to get help, hope, and healing from the inside out. We are dealing with some principles tonight. Like I said, I was going to be done with that from last Monday and go into my new relationship series for the month of August. But I got that unction that said, no, that prosperity segment was so amazing last Monday. And towards the end, I'm going to give you guys some snippets of some testimonies that was dropped from the prophetic words and that were declared over last Monday's prosperity segment at the end. And so make sure that you guys stay tuned tonight. You don't want to miss this tonight. My grandmother is in the house. Hey, Granny, I'm so grateful that you are here. Listen, let me share this a couple of more times because I want to make sure that everybody, Shanice is watching from my hometown in Americas. Welcome. Hello. Seneca is in the house. So we are going to share some things tonight that I believe are going to be some powerful principles that are really going to help you shift. Tiffany, the prophetess, is in the house. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me for Mic Drop Monday. I'm so excited to see you. I met so many amazing people in North Carolina, and I'm going to give you a little bit of that towards the end about some amazing things that happened. That's a testament to what we're dealing with on tonight. So many of you guys are jumping right on. I'm excited because it's going to be lit tonight. So make sure, I have one more page that I'm going to share this with. Make sure that you guys are sharing this. Sharon McFadder is in the house. Thank you so much for being here, love. And she has the women, the wives movement, and I'm so grateful for her being here. Miss Juanita, welcome and hello, watching from Albany. Patricia's watching from Los Angeles, California. So we have so many different states that is chiming in. Gloria Chapman, welcome, woman of God. Thank you so much for joining. So I'm going to share this with one more page in my group, and then we're going to jump right in. Everybody take a second. If you want to share it with your page, a public page, a private page, a group, if you want to tag somebody in. Reverend Long, thank you from Noonan, Georgia, being in the house. Bless you. Thank you for tuning in on tonight. I just really believe, Ruth's watching from Delaware, I just really believe it's going to be an amazing time. So get your people on tonight because it's going to be lit, and I believe Crystal's watching from Atlanta is in the house. Kathy's watching from Mississippi. Wow, look at all these different states that are chiming in. I do not take that for granted. I am so grateful that you guys decided to take these moments, this hour and some change with me. Kizzy's watching from Milwaukee. My bro Mike Wilson is in the house. Hello and welcome. Thank you guys that are saying you're sharing. I see some of you guys on the here that are sharing. I appreciate it so much. Just because I believe that this is going to be one of those segments that's really going to shift the trajectory of the direction that our lives are going in. Because you guys know what I always say. You can't fix what you won't face. And so there are a lot of reasons why our lives are not experiencing the level of blessing and increase and prosperity that it should be. And I came to uncover it tonight so that we can walk in our healthy and our wealthy place. So tonight, when I tell you it's going to be lit tonight, Lisa, thank you so much for watching. I promise you that tonight, the eyes of your understanding are going to be enlightened, and we are going to leave knowing how to walk into that next level. I hear the song and everybody's going around talking about level up, but if you really want to level up, then you better tap into your prosperity. I feel like I'm dropping the mic already. If you really want to level up, I guarantee you, figure out what's blocking your blessings. You want to level up? Figure out how to tap into your wealthy place. Figure out how to tap into your healthy place. And then you'll see some increase. And then you'll see some leveling up. Tish, woman of God, prophetess, is in the house. Thank you so much. Met her this weekend in North Carolina. I'm so grateful. Teresa's in the house. Thank you. So many of you guys are tapped in. Listen, make sure you guys are hitting the share button because I do believe that there is somebody out there that needs what we're going to be dealing with tonight in Mic Drop Monday. We are dealing with how to unlock your prosperity, and then I'm going to give you 5 blessing blockers that are keeping you from walking into that place. Now, For those of you guys that are watching for the first time, and so many of you guys from North Carolina that are tuning in, Ms. Gervin, thank you so much for watching tonight. Bless you. I'm going to give you, I got a few little rules for Mic Drop Monday, and they're really simple, and they're just an interactive way to keep us all connected. So here are my little rules for Mic Drop Monday. Now, those of you guys that are always watching with me, you guys know how we do, but this is for the people that have not ever watched Mic Drop Monday, and we have a lot of them tonight. So I'm going to show you guys how to tap into Mic Drop Monday with me. 3 simple rules for Mic Drop Monday. Number 1. If you hear me say something and you say, wow, that was an epiphany, you just dropped the mic, do me a favor and tap that microphone emoji if you have it. Just put a microphone emoji to let me know that was a mic drop. Better yet, if you don't have the microphone emoji, just type in the words mic drop. Let me know that that was something that just dropped a mic inside of your spirit. Sherry's putting it on the screen. Just put some mic drops up there. Rule number 2. If you hear me say something and you say, oh my goodness, that's me. I deal with that. I go through that. That's right down my alley. I need you to type in 3 words. I see me. Because there are a lot of people that think that they are in this thing by themselves, that nobody else is dealing with this but them. But when you type in that word, I see me, you're letting somebody know you're not the only one going through that. I deal with that same thing. So type in I see me. And last but not least, in Mic Drop Monday, I do a lot of teaching, and I feel like, and I know for a fact that people perish because of lack of knowledge. So I like to teach, and my method of teaching is I like to break things down. So you'll hear me giving you guys a list of 5 things here and 3 things here. If you would like to type them into the comments just as a sign of confirmation and affirmation, then you can type those into the comments, because a lot of people come back and watch the replay and they're like, man, I was able to type my notes and write notes just from the comment section. And a lot of you guys do that for me every Monday, and I appreciate it. So one more time, those of you guys that are watching for the first time, let me know that you're watching for the first time. Holler out where you're watching from. I love to know where you guys are watching from. Nicole calls me the world changer. I'm in the house, Nicole. Thank you for being here. So make sure that you guys have taken a moment and shared this with your people in your groups or on your page, or if you know somebody that you're saying, wait a minute, I have a friend that needs to unlock their prosperity. They need to walk in their wealthy place, and you're going to identify some blessing blockers. Let me get them on. Just tag them in the comments so that they can get on with us tonight as we deal with this part 2 of the prosperity principle. I need y'all to get ready because we are in the house. Marshall is watching from Clarksville, Tennessee. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome all of you guys that are watching the replay. Connie's watching first time from Wilmington. Thank you. Melinda's watching from Osceola. So I am so excited to see all of you guys that are watching, that's tuned in. I'm so grateful. Atlanta again is in the house, especially once again, all of you guys that I met. Listen guys, this weekend I was in, Virginia's in the house. I see you. Katura, welcome. This weekend I had the opportunity to be in North Carolina in Wilmington, and Kalila is on. She founded this amazing movement called Bloom, Bloom. If you have not found it yet, go on Facebook after this segment and type in the word Bloom ladies and find it, because it really helped us ladies that were there figure out how to bloom in our spirits and our lives and our business and our wealthy places. Bloom was amazing, and I was afforded the opportunity to be one of the main keynote speakers there, and it was phenomenal. So I have some clips and some pictures on my page if you guys want to go back and catch some of that. It was amazing, and I'm so grateful for all the ladies that tapped in and tuned in for Mic Drop Monday tonight. Thank you guys so much. All right, listen. Quickly, so that you guys do know, I am going to be in several places over the next couple of weeks and the next couple of months. And if you're in the area, I want to see some of you guys. I'll be in Albany, Georgia in the next couple of weeks, and then I'll be in Tallahassee, and then I'll be in Atlanta. So make sure that you guys go to my page and look at my events, because I'm going to be everywhere. And if you're in the area, I would love to have you guys come and see me at some of these events, some phenomenal events. The flyers are on my page. I'll repost them, but make sure if you guys are there and can come, show up. Erica's watching for the first time from Lake Worth, Florida. Welcome Thank you guys again. All right, so we're going to get started. Once again, I'm ElisaLaShell, the empowerment specialist. And what I do is empowerment coaching through rebuilding, renewing, and restoring from the inside out. Because guess what? It begins within. I always say that. It begins on the inside. And so Mic Drop Monday is an empowerment segment that I have every week, every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And it comes to bring help, hope, and healing. It's based on the premise that you can't fix what you won't face. And so tonight, last Monday, I talked about this mindset of poverty that so many of us unintentionally walk in. And I dealt with that dysfunction of poverty. And I dealt with the prosperity principle and how to unlock the seeds of prosperity in our lives. And now listen, I was done with it. It was amazing. There were some prophetic flows that went through. There were some words that were spoken and confirmed later. It was amazing. But now for the month of August, I was getting ready to launch into my relationship segment. This was going to be my relationship series, but I had to put that on hold one more Monday because the Lord led me to say, listen, it's got to be one more thing. You got to deal with this prosperity principle one more time because I need the people to understand how do you unlock that prosperity, because there are some things that block your blessings. Somebody should type in the comments, no more blessing blockers. Can you touch and agree with me with that? Type that in the comments. No more blessing blockers. That's what we're dealing with tonight. Oh, woman of God, Katie Dickens is in the house watching from Florida. Thank you so much for joining. And you got to type that in for a sign of confirmation. No more blessing blockers. A lot of us, we're wondering, hey, Dorothy, watching for the first time from Leesburg, Florida. Thank you and welcome. A lot of us are wondering why we aren't walking into the place where we should be. You know, we're looking like I'm a good person and, you know, I don't spend foolishly and, you know, I try to help people and, you know, I do right with my tithing. What is the problem? Why is it that I am always, I'm kind of being mediocre. I'm kind of in a place where, you know, I'm not walking in prosperity. I'm kind of in a place where I'm not able to really flourish. I know I should have leveled up by now. I know I should be in the next level. I know I should have shifted by now. What is the problem? What's going on? There's got to be something that's causing me not to be able to shift into my wealthy place. Well, tonight, thank you guys for typing it in as a way of confirmation. Tonight, no more blessing blockers. I'm going to talk to you about how to unlock your prosperity, and then I'm going to uncover 5 blessing blockers. But we're leveling up tonight in the realm of prosperity. No, listen, no more blessing blockers. You can go ahead and type that in. Thank you guys that are locking in with me tonight and saying no more blessing blockers. Those of you guys that are just tapped in and came on, thank you and welcome. Make sure that you guys holler at me, let me know that you're watching and where you're watching from. Hit that share button even if you came on late because I believe that there are so many more people that need this segment tonight to tap into their wealthy place. Now, tonight, and you guys know that watch me, I usually for Mic Drop Monday, I deal in a lot of different areas. Sometimes I deal in the psychological realm. Sometimes I devil in the medical arena. There have been times where I've taught Mic Drop Monday using wildlife. There have been times when I dealt with our genetic makeups. There's been time when I've dealt a little bit in chemistry. Tonight, though, as we deal with how to unlock our prosperity, I'm going to open up with the Word of God, with Scripture as a premise and as a way to kind of, you know, break up some fallow ground for us so that we can figure out how to shift into that next level, how to really level up. Thank you guys that are typing it in. No more blessing blockers. So listen. Genesis 12, 2 and 3. We're going to start off with prosperity, about blessings. Tonight is about dealing with these blessing blockers. And so the first thing that I need to do is talk to us about blessings. Talk to us about what is blessings? How is that activated in my life? Why do I even, is that something that I need to even be in dealing with? Is that something I need to even be wrapped up with these blessings? What is that? Well, let's begin with this scripture, and I'm going to take it and make it plain and applicable so that we realize how to shift in our lives and how to really level up. Genesis 12, 2 and 3 says, and this is God talking to Abraham. He says, and I will make you a great nation, and I'll bless you, make your name great, and you shall be a blessing, and I'll bless those who bless you, and those that curse you, I'm going to curse them, and in you all the families of the earth will be blessed. Now, how is that relevant to no more blessing blockers? Well, I'm going to break this thing down on this Mic Drop Monday for you. I'm going to tell you in these 7 blessings that he declared, I need you to understand how they are really relevant in your life. And my prayer is that the eyes of your understanding be enlightened, that you have an aha moment, that mic drop will hit you and you say, whoa, wait a minute. I haven't activated that part of my blessing. I need to make sure that I get that, because I don't know about you, but I want everything that I'm entitled to, everything that has been declared and decreed for me. No, don't give me just a little bit of it. I want all of it. And I want to know how to tap into all of it. There are so many of us that are living beneath our potential, that are living beneath our privilege, that are living beneath our prosperity, because we really do not have an awareness of what we're really supposed to have. My granddad had a saying that I am what God says I am. I can do what he says I can do, and I have what he says I have. But how will you walk into that place if you're not sure what belongs to you? So this is why I'm taking the moment to teach and make sure that we understand, do you really know what he meant when he said that these are some blessings that he's laying on you? So what we're going to do as we open this thing up and deal with how to unlock your prosperity, I'm going to break down those 7 blessings that he threw on Abraham that we are entitled to, and make sure that you understand and are able to walk into the fullness of your prosperity. Listen, I hope you guys have hit that share button, because I believe that you want your family blessed, and your children blessed, and your friends blessed, and your co-workers blessed, and the people that you go to church with blessed, and everybody around you blessed. I know everybody wants to say everything attached to me wins. Well, listen, in order to know that, I need everybody hit that share button, because we all need to hear the same thing. We all need to drop the mic together so that we can all level up at the same time. There's enough of this thing to go around to everybody. All right. So let's deal with the prosperity principle and how to unlock your prosperity. So we're dealing with Genesis 12, and the first blessing, the first declaration that God gives Abraham that applies to us, it says, I will make you a great nation. Now, I started thinking, and I said, that inquisitive part of me said, okay, you'll make him a great nation. You'll make us a great nation. Wait a minute. But what does great mean? I have this saying, and I say it all the time. You guys know I hashtag it, and I say, be great on purpose. I'm always saying this. Listen, be great on purpose. And I use the word great deliberately because it's found in the word. But when we start talking about the blessings of Abraham, we sing it and we talk about it. I need you to know what you're really entitled to. So here is the real definition of the word great. St. Lucia, there's another country, has tapped in, is in the house tonight. Thank you so much for watching. So here we go. Everybody sharing, because I need us in on this tonight. I'll make you a great nation. Well, what does great mean? If God is saying he's going to make me a great nation, I need an understanding about what that means. Well, here are a few definitions of the word great, and I hope that it excites and incites something inside of your spirit. The first definition of great is unusually or comparatively large in size or dimensions. What does that mean? Greatness. When he says, I'll make you a great nation, that means, listen, you are unusually large in size or comparison to what? To other things, to other people. You're supposed to be expansive. You're supposed to have something that is enlarged. We're always talking about enlarging our territory. But when the Bible says that I will make you a great nation, I'm breaking down the definition so that you really know what great is. And great means unusually are comparatively large in size or dimensions. Listen, great also means large in numbers, numerous. That means you don't just have one blessing. You don't just have one good thing that's happening. Listen, you got a whole bunch of them. Now check this out. The next thing that great means is wonderful, first rate, very good. Sometimes we have a hard time affirming our own selves. We don't like to speak well of ourselves. Hey, Vanessa, we don't really like to say great things about ourselves. But if God declares that I will make you a great nation, you got to define the word great. Great says wonderful, first rate, very good. Huh? Already that's telling us, wait a minute, this low self-esteem, you got to go, because great means you're wonderful. You are first rate. You are very good. My sis Latoya is in the house. Welcome. Listen, here we go. Great also means notable. Listen at these words. Remarkable. Hey, Chantel, exceptionally outstanding. What? When I'm telling you to be great on purpose, listen, do you hear the definitions? I will make you a great nation. Hey, Latanya, it means I will make you notable, remarkable, exceptionally outstanding. Look at that, a great nation. It also means important, highly significant. A lot of us deal with low self-esteem. A lot of us deal with low self-image. But when you listen at the word great, and see, we don't want to walk into our greatness because we're thinking that God just wants us on the low. He just wants us to be mediocre. He just wants us to be common. He says, I will make you a great nation, and people perish because of lack of knowledge. So what I decided to do was to come in and make sure that I'm defining great, because you guys need to know what he was really saying when he said, I'll make you a great nation. Great means important, highly significant, listen, distinguished, famous. See, a lot of us, there was this song that says, I just want to be successful. And a lot of people will make you feel like you're not supposed to be aspiring to do things. You need to pull back. You shouldn't be trying to be all of that. You shouldn't be trying to go get your money. You shouldn't be trying to have that business. You shouldn't be trying to be wealthy. You shouldn't be trying to be distinguished. And sometimes we will fall for that and we'll start backing up. We'll hide under the masquerade of mediocrity and we won't get out there and be great. But I'm telling you guys, I got to go ahead and make sure that you know, listen, it's biblical for you to be great. Genesis 12:2 says, I'll make you a great nation. Great means not just distinguished and famous. It means of high rank, official position, high social standing, having favor. Listen, having extraordinary powers. If you're great, that's meaning there are some things you can do that other people just can't do. You got to stop hiding your greatness. You got to stop, listen, you got to stop watering down yourself. Great means of extraordinary powers, having unusual merit, very admirable, and of considerable duration. That means when you're great, you can endure some things other people can't endure. You can take some things other people can't take. So listen, when he says, I'll make you a great nation, you got to look at that thing and says, what? You mean God is saying I'm wonderful? I'm first rate, I'm important and highly significant, that I'm able to be distinguished and famous, that I'm supposed to have rank. So you better tell yourself, listen, I want you to tell a neighbor, do me a favor. If we were in church, I would say tap your neighbor. But since we're not, do me a favor and type this in the comments. Be great on purpose. I'm trying to tell you guys, this is how we get to the next level. We've got to recognize and understand that it is God's will for us to be great on purpose. And so we've got to stop hiding behind mediocrity. Be great on purpose. A lot of us are waiting for permission to be great. Well, if you're waiting, allow me to grant you permission tonight. Be great on purpose, because it is his will that you be great. And so I'm walking you through the word because I want you to understand that when the Bible talks about these 7 blessings of Abraham, he wants you to be great on purpose. He wants you to be large, unusually or considerable in degree, in power, in intensity. You're supposed to be strong. You're supposed to be powerful. You're supposed to walk in wealth and in health in an unusual or considerably large degree, because that's what greatness is all about. Be great on purpose. That means wake up and mean to be great. Don't just let great walk up on you. Ooh, that was a great thing that came upon me. No. Be great on purpose. Activate the greatness on the inside of you. All right, so I'm talking about the 7 blessings of Abraham as we're dealing with how to unlock your prosperity, and we're dealing with blessing blockers. But before I can tell you what's blocking your blessings, let me help you understand what your blessings are. So number 1, great nation. And I just defined, he'll make you a great nation. So I just defined what great means. All right. Number 2, he says, I will bless you. And I said, okay, you'll bless me. I get it. That's the 2nd blessing of Abraham. But guess what? To bless means to consecrate. That means to set apart. As a matter of fact, my name, Elisa, means consecrated to God. So listen, consecrate. If he blesses us, that means I've consecrated you. I've set you apart. What am I saying? I'm saying stop being stressed out because you seem to stand on your own. Stop being stressed out because everybody doesn't want to be in your inner circle. Stop being stressed out because they looking at you with a side eye. Stop being stressed out because everybody you're trying to figure out, it just seems like people just not up on me. They're not just really feeling me like that. What is that? Well, when God declared that he'll make you a great nation, the next thing he said is that I'll bless you. That means he consecrated you. That means he set you apart. Stop trying to fit in when he made you stand out. Uh-oh, that's a mic drop. Stop trying to fit in. You're saying, I'm so unusual. I'm odd. I'm different. And everybody else is doing this. And everybody else is talking like this. And everybody else has this kind of persona. Listen, he made you great. And in blessing you, he consecrated you, which meant that he made you stand out. He meant to make you stand apart. Why? Because how can you be a city set on a hill if he didn't put you somewhere that everybody could see? Uh-oh. I know I'm messing with somebody's theology. Somebody's mindset is being shifted tonight because I want you to level up in prosperity. I want you to level up in blessings. And so when he says that I will bless you, the first thing bless means is that he's going to consecrate you. He's going to set you apart. No, you don't sound like them. No, you don't look like them. No, you don't seem to fit into their little clique. No, you don't run around in their circle. No, you're not the one they want to run and gossip with. No, they don't always want to invite you out to eat. No, they don't really want you in that little bitty circle. That's because he's consecrated you. He has set you apart because this is one of the blessings of Abraham. I hope I'm helping you tonight. So listen, I know I'm helping. This word is for somebody. A lot of us, we're in our mind, we're troubled because we're saying I'm nice to everybody. I'm always loyal. I'm faithful. I'm supportive. I help people when they need help. But when something happens, I'm the last one they tell. People clicking up and they doing things together. And I always seem to be left out. I'm always the one that they not really running to me. What is that? It's because you're blessed. It's because the blessing of Abraham is upon you. And he consecrated you, which means he set you apart. I hope I'm helping. The other thing that bless means, it means consecrate, but it also means to bestow happiness, prosperity, and good things of all kinds onto you. When he declares that I will bless you, that means that he's saying, listen, I'm going to give you happiness. This joy I have, the world and give that to me. And guess what? But they also can't take it away. So when he says, I will bless you in Galatians 12:2, bless means, listen, I want to give you prosperity and happiness. But I learned something else in my research. Bless also means to protect or guard from evil. You're thinking, my friend went through the same thing and she died from that. My friend went through that same thing and he lost his mind. Why is it that I'm still able to deal with this and I still have my health and my wealth? It's because of the blessing of Abraham. The word bless not only means consecrate and set apart and bestowing happiness, but it also means he protects and guards you from evil. That's why when the enemy set up camp against you, when they conspired against you at work, when they start trying to scandalize your name, when they start trying to come against your integrity, when they start trying to put out rumors on you, when they start telling people your business and maybe some of it was true and they were having an attempt to tear you down, this is why you're still standing. Because the blessings of Abraham means that when I bless you, I'm also protecting and guarding you. I hope I'm helping y'all. Y'all need to hit that share button because, see, this is one of those things that people don't really want to talk a lot about. When you start talking about blessing, I just prefer to be mediocre. That's okay. I'll just live paycheck to paycheck. That's okay. I'll just live in this place of complacency. I'll just normalize the dysfunction of poverty and I'll stay where I am. It's time to level up and activate the blessings that are due unto you. If you guys haven't hit the share button yet, you better get everybody on because I'm dealing with tonight with how to unlock your prosperity. And the last thing that great bless means when he says, I will bless you, it means that I will invoke divine favor on you. People are wondering, how did she get that job? She's not even qualified. How did she get that man? Because she wasn't even out there in those streets. How did they get that thing on them? How did they get invited to speak there? How did they get that position? How did they get that upgrade? How did they get that car? Who gave them that house? How in the world did they get that promotion? It's because one of the definitions, as we deal with the 7 blessings of Abraham in Genesis 12:2, one of the definitions of bless when he says, I will bless you, means that I will invoke divine favor. So yeah, you have some things everybody else doesn't have. Stop feeling bad because you're blessed. I'm dropping the mic already. Over here, around here, trying to hide your blessings. He blessed you with this promotion, blessed you with this new car, blessed you with wealth and health, blessed your children to never go to jail. He blessed you, and you're sitting there trying to pretend like you're mediocre. No, listen. Part of the blessings of Abraham says that I will invoke divine favor on you. Favor. All right, I hope I'm helping once again. Number 3, the third blessing that's listed in Genesis 12:3 as a blessing to Abraham says, I will make your name great. See, we have problems with this one. I will make your name great. Can I tell you something? Your name is your personal identifier. It is the one thing that sets you apart from everybody else. Your name identifies who you are. Your name. And so when you say your name, I'm ElisaLaShell. That's my name. That's my identifier. And so when we deal with the blessings of Abraham, number 2 was I will bless you. Number 1, I will make you a great nation. I define great. Number 2, I will bless you. I define bless. And number 3 is I will make your name great. And a lot of the reasons we're not walking into our greatness, we need to unlock our prosperity. Mother Holly, thank you for being on. Is because number 3, I will make your name great. Your name means it's personal. This isn't a general blessing that he's just sowing out on everybody. I will make your name great. He puts your name. You got to put your name in the space of that scripture. I will make ElisaLaShell great. So you don't get mad about me for saying it, because I'm trying to show you how to unlock your prosperity. You better put your name in that blank. I will make blank, insert name here, great, because that's what the word says. I will make your name great. Your name is your personal identifier. So that means when he says, I will make your name great, listen, who has your name? Your children. They're your personal identifiers. That means I'm going to make your name great. That's your legacy. He'll make your name great. Your brand, your business, that's your name, because your name is attached to that. Your product, I don't care if you bake cupcakes. Your name is on those cupcakes. I will make your name great. Your gifts, they make room for you and they put you in front of great men. I will make your name great. Your name becomes in the ears of people who can bless you, who can put you on a platform. I will make your name great. That's right. My Uncle Bobo's on. He put his name up there, Snipes. I will make Snipes great. Some of you guys ought to put your name on the screen so I can shout it out. Listen, you've got to unlock your prosperity, because you've got to figure out a way to put yourself, make this thing prosper, make it personal to you. I will make your name great. That's right. Barbara says, I will make Barbara great. He is talking to you. And so we have to stop disassociating ourselves from the word. And we begin to make it seem like the word is for everybody else. The blessing is for everybody else. That's right, Phyllis. I will make Phyllis great. When he says, I will make your name great, that is a personal identifier that is talking specifically to you. I will make Kimberly great. I will make Harvey great. That is a personal Kanisha. I will make Kanisha great. I will make Jeanette Davis great. I will make Labrina great. He is speaking, Tanya. I will make Tanya great. Teresa, I will make you great. Tina, I will make you great. Sandra, I will make you great. Sheila, I'll make you great. And so we have to get to the point, Pam, I'll make you great, where we say our names, Melinda, and make sure that we understand that God is talking to us. All right, number 4, the fourth blessing of Abraham that he puts out there, he says, you shall be a blessing. And so you wonder, well, how is that the blessing of Abraham? You shall be a blessing. Well, let me help you. When you're able to be a blessing to somebody else, listen at what that denotes. What does that actually mean? When you're able to be a blessing to somebody else, it means that it indicates abundance, wealth, prosperity, and overflow. You can't be a blessing if you aren't blessed. I hope that I'm dropping the mic tonight. I'm dealing with how to unlock your prosperity. And I'm taking you to Galatians 12 because I'm showing you how to walk through those 7 blessings of Abraham and personalize them for yourself. Number 4 says you shall be a blessing. That means that you have not just enough, but more than enough. That means you're able to walk in abundance. That means you're able to walk in wealth. That means you're able to walk in prosperity. That means you're able to walk in overflow. overflow. When he says that you're able to be a blessing, that doesn't mean that you're robbing Peter to pay Paul. That doesn't mean that you're taking the little you have and breaking it in half. That means that you not only have enough for you and your house, you have so much left over that you can give it out to somebody else. And so when he says you shall be a blessing, understand that that means overflow is coming to your house. Somebody ought to type that, overflow. That's what that means. I shall make you a blessing. That means overflow. That means it's not just enough for me and my children and my family, but I got enough for the people. I got enough for my relatives. I got enough for grandma and them. I got enough for everybody. There is overflow. I'm trying to help you unlock your prosperity. And then I'm going to give you 5 blessing blockers that's stopping us from leveling up in our prosperity. That's right. Overflow. You got to type that word in so that you can convince yourself, listen, this is my season of overflow. All right. Number 5, I'm dealing with the 7 blessings of Abraham. And so number 5, he says, I will bless those who bless you. Now this is when that thing gets good. I hope you guys have hit the share button because this thing is real, raw, and relevant tonight. We're dealing with how to unlock your prosperity. And so in Genesis 12:2, he says, I will bless those that bless you. What am I saying? Can I help you? That means that you become good ground. You hear me? The only way that he can say, I can bless those that bless you, means that you have to become good ground so that people will want to sow into you, so that people will want to bless you, so that people will want to support you, so that people will want to do business with you, so that people will want to buy from you, so that people will want to hire you, so that people will want to collaborate with you, so that people will want to invest in you. He says, I will bless those who bless you. That means he puts you in a position that you are good ground and people want to give into your bosom and people want to support you and people want to get in a part of whatever it is you have. If you selling it, they want to buy it. If you putting it out there, they want to show up. If you have a ticket, they'll buy it. If you have some skills, they want to hire you. If you have a skill set, they want to collaborate. I will bless those that bless you. That means he is positioning you so that you are good ground and somebody wants to bless you. I'm talking about how to unlock your prosperity. Somebody's already doing it. I was going to say, you should type in the comments, I am good ground. We're talking about how to unlock your prosperity from Genesis 12. And I'm showing you how to personalize the blessings of Abraham. So we are down to number 6. And it says, and just like I'll bless those that bless you, I will curse those who curse you. What are you saying, ElisaLaShell? Let me tell you, the battle isn't yours. Victory belongs to Jesus. And so what that means is you don't have to spend your time defending your actions. You don't have to spend your time trying to uphold your integrity to other people who want to believe what they want to believe. You don't have to spend time explaining your decisions. I will curse those who curse you. No need to be petty. No need to be suspicious. No need to be afraid. He not only makes your enemies your footstool, but check this out. He prepares a table for you in the presence of them. So I guess what I'm saying is sit down and eat. I'm trying to tell you, I will bless those that bless you, but I will also curse those that curse you. Let them put their mouth on you. And then when they turn around, they're wondering what in the world is going on in my life. Why can't I catch a break? My grandma used to call it buzzard luck. You can't kill nothing and won't nothing die. That means he's cursed those that cursed you. Stop trying to fight this battle. Stop trying to go toe-to-toe with people that's going to believe whatever they want to believe. I said this in a mic drop once before, that fools entertain from the floor. But when you elevate to your kingdom and to your queendom, oh, no, you don't have time to get down off of your throne and get down there and deal with no fools on the floor. Listen, in the old days on the court, they would bring in jesters to entertain the royalty. And so don't come down off of your high place and try to entertain a fool. I'm trying to help you all tonight. He's going to curse those that curse you. I'm talking about 7 ways, 7 blessings that God has prepared for you. The last one, he says, the 7th blessing, he says to Abraham, in you, all the families of the earth will be blessed. Simply put, you have something the world needs. Uh-oh. I'm helping somebody. I hope I'm pushing you into your purpose tonight. That simply means you have something the world needs. Stop allowing the enemy to make you feel like you don't have a purpose. You don't have a cause. You shouldn't write that book. You shouldn't open that business. You shouldn't go after that. You shouldn't try for that position. You need to just sit down and ride this thing out. You need to just be comfortable with what you have. You shouldn't even try to take your life to that next level. You don't have but this much time left. You don't have but this many people that you know. You don't have but this many resources. You don't have but that much money. Listen, the devil is a liar. The 7th blessing was that in you, all the families of the earth will be blessed. That means there is something on the inside of you that the world needs. It just needs to be activated. I hope I'm helping. If you guys just came on, we shifting into the last part. We shifting into the blessing blockers part. So I want you to make sure that you guys have shared this on your page. That's right. Say it to yourself, Halima. I have something the world needs. That is your affirmation. If you're just coming on, make sure that you go back and watch this from the beginning, because I dropped blessings from the top. I went through the 7 blessings of Abraham and showed you how to personalize these things for you and unlock your prosperity. Now it's time to shift. Uh-oh. Somebody should type that in. It's time to shift, or just type in the word shift. We're shifting. We're shifting now, and we're going to deal with 5 blessing blockers. Now this thing about to shift to the next level, because this is where we have to figure out, listen, I'm a good guy. I'm a good girl. I'm doing the things that I'm supposed to do. I just gave you the prosperity principle. I just gave you the 7 blessings of Abraham and showed you how to personalize it for yourself. Make sure you go back and watch it from the beginning. But sometimes we look around and we say, wait a minute, I'm doing these things, but for some reason, my blessings are still seemingly being blocked. What is that? Why is it that it seems like every time I take 2 steps forward, I get knocked 3 steps back? Why is it that I feel like I am doing certain things and it seems like I'm not making any traction? That's right. We're shifting. Thank you guys. As I shift into part 2, part 1 was how to unlock your prosperity. If you're late, make sure that you go back and watch it. But we're shifting, which is time to shift. Now I'm going to shift over into the 5 things that are blocking your blessings. Now, you guys know that my mantra is that you can't fix what you won't face. And so in order to recognize where is it, where are those points, I got to know how to level up. I need to understand, how do I level up into my next level of blessings? Lady Anthony is in the house. Thank you so much for being here, woman of God. How do I level up? Well, it's time to shift. And so in order for us to shift, that means I'm going to lay out 5 blessing blockers. And I hope you guys ready, because this thing about to go into overdrive as we deal with 5 blessing blockers, because you can't fix what you won't face. So I want you guys to make sure you type these 5 in, because these are the things that's going to take our lives out of neutral and put them back into drive. These are the things that's going to take us from going into this place of mediocrity, of just having enough, of just getting by, of just barely having good health, of just barely having good things happen, but to take us into a place where we walk into prosperity, where we walk into kingdom purpose, where we walk onto our platform, where we activate our purpose. It's time to shift. So here we go. 5 blessing blockers. And I hope this is going to help you guys tonight. Y'all know me, I'm real, raw, and relevant. Number 1, the first blessing blocker, your mouth. Uh-oh. I'm going to drop the mic on myself tonight. Number 1, your mouth. Oh yeah, you can't fix what you won't face. So we're going to deal with 5 blessing blockers. And we got to be real about this thing. Number 1, your mouth. Yeah, you be shifting. Number 1, the first blessing blocker is your mouth. See, I'm going to help you. And let me even give you some biblical context to go with this. James 4:2 says, we have not because we ask not. I'm dropping the mic already. We have not because we ask not. What's blocking our blessings? Our mouth. We're not asking for anything. Well, I'm just content with what I have. No, what do you want? I want this. I want a husband. I want a wife. I want a new car. I want a new home. I want my children to be saved. I want my health to get in line. I want my finances to get in line. You have not because you ask not. So what's blocking your blessing? Your mouth. According to James 4:2, you have not because you ask not. How else do I know that your mouth is your first blessing blockers? Because Proverbs 18:21 says that death and life are in the power of the tongue. You wondering why your relationships die and your mouth could be killing them. You wonder why your business is not successful. Your mouth could be killing them. You wonder why you haven't gotten that raise or promotion. Your mouth could be killing them. You could be speaking death. You could be saying things like, well, I'm really not qualified for that. Well, they usually, this is how all my relationships go. They stay with me for a while and then they leave me. Everybody walks away from me. I can't ever keep any money on me. I'm always losing this. I'm always in a place where people talk about me. Well, what's your blessing blocker? Number one, your mouth. The power of life and death lies in your tongue. The Bible says that a foolish woman tear down her own house with her own hands. Your mouth is tearing down everything you're trying to do. You're talking doubt. You're talking fear. You're talking rejection. You're talking up abandonment. You are talking it up. The first blessing blocker is your mouth. Let me keep going. Romans 4:17 says, call those things that be not as though they are. You wonder what your blessing blocker is, your mouth, because you're not calling those things as though that are not as though they are. I have this saying, and I said it this weekend in North Carolina. Listen, you don't have to see it to say it, but you have to say it to see it. Let me say this again for the people in the back. You don't have to see it to say it, but you have to say it to see it. If you want to know what the biggest blessing blocker is, it's your mouth. You're not saying anything. You haven't called those things that are not as though they were. Well, I don't have the money right now. You don't have to say it to see it, but to see it to say it. But if you want to see it, you better open up your mouth and say it. And so even the word says that you will overcome not just by the blood of the Lamb, but by the word of your testimony. What are you testifying about? Too much of us are giving too much, attention to the enemy. Well, the enemy didn't want me to have this. And then you got a whole group of players, haters that don't even know what your next move is, but you're blaming everything. Well, the people didn't want me to be great. The people didn't want me to make it. Listen, your mouth, your biggest number one blessing blocker, it's your mouth. Ephesians 4:29 says, let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth. The first biggest blessing blocker you have is your mouth. You talking the wrong way. You're talking negative. You're bringing in that kind of thing into your mouth. You're putting your mouth on people. Listen, if it doesn't concern you, then it shouldn't be communicated by you. That was a mic drop. I didn't even see that coming. Let me see if I can say that again. If it doesn't concern you, then it shouldn't be communicated by you. That has nothing to do with you. Then why are you talking about it? I'm telling you that one of your biggest blessing blockers is your mouth. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth. I just told you that the blessings of Abraham said that I'll curse those that curse you. Stop trying to fight your own battle. Stop running around cursing folks out when they do you wrong. Let no corrupt communication come out of your mouth, because you, my friend, could be killing your own blessing. I'm talking about the number one blessing blocker, your mouth. Ephesians 4:12 says, now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth, and I'll teach you what to say. The reason that our mouth is the biggest blessing blocker is we talking about things that we don't know how to say. We aren't going out there trying to be experts about things, and we haven't been taught, and we haven't been educated, and we're speaking in ignorance. We have not gotten enough out of all your get some understanding. One of the biggest blessing blockers, I just said, is your mouth. We're not allowing ourselves to be taught. We're not allowing ourselves to learn, be educated. We're just out there just talking loud, saying nothing. I hope I'm helping. And so, number one, the biggest, I'm talking about 5 blessing blockers. I told y'all we were shifting. Number one, the biggest blessing blocker, your mouth. Number 2, the second biggest blessing blocker, your mind. Oh yeah, somebody ought to type that in the comments. Your mind is the second biggest blessing blocker. Your mind. Proverbs 23:7, y'all know it. It says, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Whatever it is that you are thinking, whatever your emotions are going on in your heart, whatever you're doing, whatever you are rehearsing. Dr. Lawrence Knighton is in the house, my friend. Thank you so much for being here, sir. Whatever you're rehearsing on in your mouth, that's who you're becoming. That's the direction that your life is taking. And so the second biggest blessing blocker is your mind. How you think about yourself. How do you perceive your situation? Oh, this thing is hopeless. It's not going anywhere. I'm not going to the next level. I'll always be in this same place. Your mind. Romans 12:2 simply says, and be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. You better ask yourself, when's the last time you had your mind renewed? Huh? It's been 5 years and you still think like that? It's been 10 years and you still have that. I still think the same way and nothing gonna change my mind about that. Wait a minute. Some new evidence has come out since then. Some things have changed. Well, he wasn't nothing then, so he probably not nothing. Do you know that? And be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. When has the last time you decided to renew your mind? You have to say, renew in me the right spirit. Get my mind together, because I'm thinking the way I thought 10 years ago. I'm thinking people are still going to treat me the same way that they treated me 10 years ago. I was thinking like that when I was a child. I spoke as a child. I thought as a child. I acted like a child. I threw temper tantrums. But hopefully when I became grown, I should have put away those childish things. Philippians 4:8 says, finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, honest, just, pure, lovely, if they have a good report, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. You better ask yourself, what are you thinking? You better ask somebody, what are you thinking? Because those are the things that he commanded us to think on. But if you're thinking about things that are you thinking about, well, what if that happens? Then of course you're not going into your blessing. You're blocking your blessings. Well, what if they don't like me? And what if they don't support me? And what if they won't, what if they joke? And what if they don't believe me? And listen, are those things lovely and true and honest and of good report? Because if there be any virtue and there be any, think on those things. I'm telling you, the second biggest blessing blocker is your mind. But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. I'm talking about 5 blessing blockers. The first blessing blocker, your mouth. You have not because you ask not. Your mouth. Death and life are in the power of your tongue. Your mouth. You don't know how to call those things that are not as though they were. I just said you don't have to see it to say it, but you better say it if you want to see it. Your mouth. Your mouth. You got to figure out, how do I change my language? Number 2, the second blessing blocker, your mind. For as you think in your heart, so is he. And be not conformed to this world, but be transformed so that your mind is renewed. And finally, brethren, stop thinking about all that foolish thing. Stop thinking about what they think about you. Stop thinking about whether or not they're going to support you. Stop thinking about whether or not they're going to believe you. But whatsoever things are good and lovely and just and honest and of good report, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, listen, think on those things. You better ask yourself, what are you thinking? I hope I'm helping. Number 3, the third biggest blessing blocker, your diet. I told y'all we shifting. Your diet. Number 3, your diet. What are you eating? What are you ingesting? I'm talking about what kind of things are you feeding yourself. I'm talking about the third blessing blocker. Number 1, your mouth. Number 2, your mind. But number 3, your diet. Your diet is a combination of the things that you ingest into your body. What are you feeding on? What are you feeding your eyes? What are you watching? Reality TV? Well, what are you looking at? When's the last time you read your word? What's in your diet? What are you feeding your ears? Are you listening at a bunch of filth? Are you listening at a bunch of songs that's just being derogatory and talking about sex and drugs and drinking? What are you putting in your ears? Are you allowing people who are just talking down on you, who are transferring their own insecurities and their own doubts and their own fears onto you. What are you feeding your ears? What are you feeding your emotions? Are you letting people that are coming on trying to manipulate you, trying to shift you, trying to destroy you, trying to create division, trying to have divisiveness in your life? What is in your diet? I'm talking about 5 blessing blockers. You better say, wait a minute, what am I eating? You better ask yourself, what are you putting in your mouth? What are you putting in your mouth? Are you feeding yourself the word, or are you feeding yourself some words from people? I'm dropping the mic. I'm talking about, what are you feeding on? I'm just feeding on this gossip. Well, no wonder your stomach tore up. I told y'all it's real, raw, and relevant. No wonder your stomach messed up and you always in the bathroom, because your body is trying to get rid of the stuff that you've been eating. What is in your diet? I'm talking about 5 blessing blockers, and number 3 is your diet. What are you feeding? What are you putting in your mouth? And better yet, who are you putting your mouth on? Sometimes your blessing is blocked because you're putting your mouth on the wrong people. Even the word says, touch not and handle not my anointed. Touch not. Don't talk against them. Do my prophet no harm. Who are you putting your mouth on? See, I don't know about y'all, but my mama used to tell me, you can't eat from everybody's table. You better be careful who you put your mouth on. See, we don't know who we're dealing with. We don't know. You talking about people, but you really don't know who they are. You got something slick to say about certain people, but you better be easy. You talk about somebody one day, and then the next day death in the family, and then the next day the vehicle get repoed, and then the next day your lights get cut off. You better be careful what you put in your mouth and who you put your mouth on. I'm trying to talk about 5 blessing blockers. I want y'all to be great. So you better be easy about what you put in your mouth. I hope I'm helping tonight. And so some of us need to go through a mental, emotional, and spiritual detox. Oh yeah, some of us, our diet has consisted of negativity. Some of us, our diet has consisted of bad influence. Some of our diet has consisted of people that's saying the wrong things. We're watching the wrong things. We're looking at the wrong things. We just feel, listen, no wonder we petty, because we sitting down watching petty stuff all day. No wonder we always in our flesh, because we listening to music all day that's activating our flesh. No wonder we superficial, because when is the last time we read a book? When is the last time we searched for something in the dictionary? When was the last time we ate the word? No wonder we can't take nothing. We haven't built our spiritual muscles. We haven't built our emotional muscles. The first time somebody say something crazy to us, we fall apart. Can't take nothing. Why? Because what's going on with our diet? What are we eating? And so sometimes we have to, look, Pastor Knight just said the ones you're talking about most likely are the very ones that can help you prosper. Hey, Angela C. Gray is in the house. Listen, I'm wearing this shirt tonight that says God is my lifeline. And my friend Angela C. Gray is on. I bought this shirt from her. Listen, you guys need to get this shirt. I love it. It got me in my place tonight. So I wanted to wear this because the women in North Carolina were just such a blessing to me. And so anyway, listen, emotional detox, spiritual detox. Some of you guys, and I'm going to deal with this starting next Monday. I'm dealing with my relationship series, and I'm going to deal with these unhealthy soul ties. Some of you guys have blessing blockers that's in your diet because you took on some things that don't belong to you. You took on some habits that came from somebody else. You took on a load and it's too much for you because it didn't belong to you. So now you're dealing with somebody else's issue. Now you can't eat what you need because now I got to eat their issues. And now my cousin them calling me about their drama. And now they calling me about, listen, that doesn't have anything to do with me. I just told you if it doesn't concern you, you shouldn't be communicating about it. And so you wonder what is a blessing blocker for you. It's your diet. What are you eating? Listen, no, you can't come over my house and feed me. No, because see, I see what you eat, and you eat a lot of garbage. I see you always have the latest gossip. I see you always have the latest rumors. I see you always have the skeletons in everybody's closet. I see you always have something on somebody. What I want you to know is I don't want that in my diet anymore. And so I have to get rid of these unhealthy influences because I need a detox. And so some of us got to stop being somebody. I gave somebody a prophetic word the other day, and they said, I'm sowing and I'm trying to figure out why is it that I'm not reaping benefits. And I said, the Lord told me to tell you it's because of somebody you connected to. He can't release the right seeds into your life because you're connected to somebody that's eating up your seed. Uh-oh, that's a word for somebody. You better look around and say, wait a minute, what am I eating? And so you have to figure out, what does my diet consist of? You want to unlock your prosperity and you want to figure out what's a blessing blocker in your life. You better check your diet. I'm dropping the mic tonight, and this mic drop Monday. Number 4. I got 2 more. Before I end this thing, we're talking about 5 blessing blockers. Number 1 was your mouth. Number 2 was your mind. Number 3, your diet. And number 4, your seed. Uh-oh. Whoa. What now? Oh, yeah. Number 4, your seed. Galatians 6:7 says, be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Let me help you with that. You have to ask yourself, you got to remember, I said this last week when I dealt with the prosperity principle. You just don't reap what you sow. You reap more than you sow. And so you have to understand the principle. See, when a farmer goes out and he puts seeds in the ground, he's just not going to get one tree, one stalk, one piece of fruit. He's going to get a field full of things. He's going to plant a seed and he's going to get a field full of things. But be not deceived. God is not mocked. Whatever it is that you're sowing, that's what you have to reap. So listen, some of us need to investigate our seed. Uh-oh. Make sure your seed isn't tainted. Oh, yeah, some of you guys are dropping seeds, but your seed is tainted. See, what happens is you dropping a seed, but you're dropping it grudgingly. Even the word says God loves a cheerful giver. Keep your little grudgingly seed. Keep that seed if it's grudgingly. Keep your seed if it's tainted. Some of us, we got seeds that we're sowing, but that seeds of manipulation. Oh yeah, we're only supporting people because we want to have something over on them. We doing things for people. We being there for them so we can use it and pull a trump card on them and say, all right. Remember last time I was there for you when you didn't have anybody. Make sure your seed isn't tainted with unforgiveness. Unforgiveness, you still mad with somebody. You still angry. And so when you sow a seed, you wonder why you don't have an increase. Your seed is tainted. You still got resentment in your heart about something. My life didn't go the way I wanted it to go. And so you're wondering why you're not reaping a harvest because your seed is tainted. You're looking around and you're saying, I was trying to plant a seed into my ministry, into my business, into my book, into my next level. But your seed is tainted with doubt. Your seed is doubting. Your faith is low. Well, I'm planting this seed, but I really don't believe God gonna do it. Your seed is tainted. Your seed is tainted with fear. I'm scared. I want to be great, but I'm scared. Listen, God didn't give you the spirit of fear. He gave you power, love, and a sound mind. You better check your seed. You better investigate your seed. One of the biggest blessing blockers could be your seed. Your seed is tainted. Your seed is tainted with codependency. Well, the only reason I'm just doing this because I need somebody for me. So I'm just going into them because I want somebody with me. Your seed is tainted. Your seed is tainted with anxiety. The Bible says be anxious for nothing, and you wondering why you sowing seeds with crazy stuff coming on in your life, crazy stuff happening in your life. What's wrong? What in the world is going on? Your seed is tainted. And so you have to look and say, I need to investigate my seed. Can I drop a mic on you real quick? A deformed seed can't develop. Uh-oh. I better say that one more time for the people in the back. A deformed seed can't develop. You're wondering why you're not reaping a harvest. You're wondering why nothing is being produced in your life. And you're saying, but I'm giving, but I'm doing, but I'm working, but I'm grinding, but I'm chasing the bag. But what's the problem? A deformed seed can't develop. You better check that seed and make sure that your seed is not deformed. Make sure that doubt hadn't deformed your seed. Make sure that anxiety hadn't deformed your seed. Make sure that manipulation hadn't deformed your seed. Make sure that fear hadn't deformed your seed. You better make sure jealousy is not at the root of your seed. A deformed seed can't develop. Last but not least, and then I'm going to open the floor for something. Last but not least, what is causing me not to walk into prosperity? What is that last blessing blocker? What is that? Because I'm trying to figure out why is it that I'm in this place and nothing is going right in my life. Where's my harvest? What is the problem with this? Well, I'm going to give you the last one. The problem could be the ground. Oh, somebody need to type that in the comments. The ground. Oh yeah, let me give y'all a little story, a little lesson, if you may. See, that was a scripture. Jesus told a little story, and the little story says that, behold, a sower went forth to sow. And when he sowed, check this out, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Some fell on stony places where they had not much earth. Check this out. And they sprung up because they had no deepness of earth. And when the sun was up, listen at this, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. Some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and look, choked them. But others fell into good ground and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold. What could be blocking your blessing is the ground. Y'all don't want to hear this. You got the seed. I just told you 5 blessing blockers. Number 1, your mouth. Number 2, your ground. Number 3, your diet. Number 4, your seed. Make sure your seed is not tainted. And number 5, your blessing blocker is the ground. You steadily trying to sow a seed, and you see that the ground is stony. You see that that man is a habitual liar and a cheater. You see that that woman is a manipulator. You see that those people are convicting. They're trying to manipulate you, and they're trying to have codependency, and they're trying to use things against you. You see that the ground is not good, and you steadily throwing your seeds on ground. And the word says you are sower, and you went to sow, but when you start sowing, listen, you just throw your seeds anywhere. You're not even looking for good ground. You're not even trying to find somebody that you can really invest in. You throwing it on ground, and the ground ain't good, and you wondering why didn't I get a harvest? Well, because the birds came and ate up those seeds, baby. That wasn't good ground that you threw it on. They fell in the stony places. Listen what this says, where they had not much earth, and they sprung up because they had no deepness of earth. What am I saying? Some of y'all investing in time with people that have no depth to them. They're superficial. All they care about is how they look. All they care about is what they wear. All they care about is the superficial things. And you wondering, why isn't this relationship going anywhere? Why am I not getting a return on my investment? Why is this thing not developing? Because the Bible says that you put seed into something that did not have any depth. I know I'm dropping the mic tonight, and the ground had no depth. You better go and investigate that ground before you drop your seed. You got to say, is there some depth to this? Is there some deepness? Can this person handle me intellectually? Can this person handle me emotionally? Can this person get in the same vein as me spiritually? Where is the depth? Because I'm sowing seeds, and this whole relationship is superficial. And I'm wondering why. It says some fell among thorns, and the thorns choked the seed. Can I tell you something? Some of y'all, and I said this in a mic drop one time before. Listen to me, and if you don't hear anything else I said, you better hear this. Are you in a lot of your seed? That's your baby. Your seed is you birthing purpose and prosperity. Your seed is you birthing something great. And a lot of you guys are in the delivery room. But can I tell you something? You better figure out if the people around you are abortionists or midwives. I feel this thing shifting. You better understand your seed is getting ready to be sown in the ground, but you better make sure that that ground isn't full of abortionists, or is it a midwife? See, let me show you something. An abortionist and a midwife both have the same type of qualifications. They both know if you got a seed in you. Woo, this thing is good. They both are qualified to tell if you are carrying something. This thing has shifted. They both are qualified to be able to run a sonogram on you and be able to tell there's something birthing on the inside of him. There's something birthing on the end. They can discern the seed. An abortionist has to be able to discern the seed, just like a midwife has to be able to discern the seed. But can I tell you the difference? When that seed has time to birth, one is trying to bring it out into pieces, and one wants to bring it out in one piece. I need to say that again, because that went over somebody's head. The difference between an abortionist and a midwife, one wants to bring your seed out in pieces, but one wants to bring it out in one piece. Boy, I hope I'm helping you guys tonight. And so you have to look at your life and you have to say, I want to put this seed in the ground, but is the person that's around me or the people that are around me, is the environment that I have put myself in, am I dealing with a bunch of abortionists or am I dealing with midwives? They're both qualified to identify whether or not you're carrying a seed. Oh, they can tell you pregnant with purpose. Oh, they can tell something's brewing on the inside of you. Oh, they can tell you getting ready to shift in your wealthy place. All of a sudden, people up on you. All of a sudden, people that weren't speaking to you, that's speaking now. They're following your page. They liking your pictures. Listen, be careful. Because there is a difference between an abortionist and a midwife. They're waiting. They know that your seed is developing. They know that if you continue to nurture the seed on the inside of you, I just said you can't grow and it not show. And so when a seed is planted on the inside of you, it starts to change you. I feel my help. It starts to take on your body takes on a different form when there's a seed on the inside of you. Most people, every woman that's pregnant, listen, your body has to expand so that it can take place, so that it can accommodate the growth on the inside of you. And so some of you guys, there are seeds on the inside of you, and people can tell that you're shifting. They can tell that you're carrying something. They can tell that you're being burdened with something. They can tell that something's about to birth in your life. They can tell that you're about to walk into prosperity. They can tell that you're about to walk into your wealthy place. They can tell that you're about to shift over into your new season. They can tell a midwife and an abortionist are both equipped to identify whether or not you're carrying a seed. The difference is one is equipped to bring your seed out into pieces. They want to chop it up and kill it. But the other one is equipped to bring your baby out in one piece. You better learn how to identify the abortionists and the midwives in your life, because they both can identify the seed. I didn't even know I was going to go there. That was a prophetic, divine shift for somebody in this house. And so you better ask yourself, what kind of ground am I sowing into? Finances. Am I making bad investments? Am I making superficial investments? I'm paying all this money for hair. I'm paying all this money for nails and pedicures. I'm paying all this money for rims on my car. I'm paying all this money to smell good, but then I don't have anything in my savings, but I don't have anything to invest. If an emergency were to happen, I don't have anything that I can do. If somebody needed to be bailed out of jail, I don't have anything I can give them. If something happened and there was a need, I look good, I smell good, my clothes are trendy, but there's nothing in my pocket. And so what kind of ground are you sowing into in relationships? Are you cultivating neediness? Are you cultivating seeds of codependency? Are you just in this relationship because you don't want to be alone and you're tired of being lonely? What kind of seeds are you cultivating? Are you cultivating seeds of dysfunction? I know they're alcoholics. I know they cheaters. I know they cultivating my low self-esteem. I know that they are verbally abusive, but I just need anybody, so I'll just take somebody. And so you're cultivating these bad seeds. Listen, you better understand that one of the ways that you are blocking your blessing is because of the type of ground that you're sowing your seed into. I'm trying to tell you, there is a principle. The word says that for as long as the earth shall remain, seed time and harvest. That means that for every day you wake up and every day you go to bed, there will be something to sow and there will be something to reap. I hope I am helping today. For as long as the earth shall remain, seed time and harvest. Let me tell you guys something. And I said this last week, but I'm going to say it one more time. Last week, I did something that I'd never done when I dealt with the prosperity principle. And y'all, those of you guys that know me, I don't deal with prosperity stuff. That ain't what I come on mic drop. I talk about issues that we deal with in our life and issues that we be going through. I deal with a whole bunch of other things. I rarely deal with prosperity. And I dealt with it last Monday and I was done. I told you my relationship series was supposed to start tonight. But the Lord said, no, you need to understand. People got to understand what's blocking their blessing. And so so I did something last week and the Lord told me to do it one more time. Listen, I hope y'all hear my heart here. I do Mic Drop Monday. I've been doing it for a year free. I don't want anything from Mic Drop Monday except for people to get help, hope, and healing. But he had me to drop my PayPal and my Cash App information, and I didn't want to. I honestly didn't want to because I don't like people to think that I'm doing this for anything. But he told me that there was no way that you can give people these principles of seed time and harvest and not give them a way to sow. Now, I just put my information on. And listen, you guys don't have to, I promise you guys, it will not hurt my feelings a bit if you sow or you don't sow. But what I'm trying to do is help you understand. And let me see if I can pin this. What I want you to understand is that there is a principle of seed time and harvest. And when you activate the blessings on your life, there are certain things that come up in your life. Now, this person is on, so I'm not going to expose their identification. But let me tell you, one person sowed a seed, and not many days hence, they got a phone call from a furniture store calling them. They didn't even have an account at this furniture store. And they called them because after they sold the seed into me, they got a call that there was a check at that furniture store that was left as an inheritance to them. If you don't believe me, there are several women on here tonight that was in North Carolina with me this weekend. The Lord had me to come up, and the woman of God that was over the conference, she's here. You guys can go on my page and watch the video. I got up, and every dime that was in my purse, I dumped it at her feet. I sold. I turned around and got my Cash App, and I sold. And I told the women, if you want to see an investment come in your life, you better learn where there is good ground at. You find ground that is good and you sow seeds. Listen to me. People start throwing hundreds and fifties and twenties and fives and ones. They just started sowing. I'm not just saying this to brag. I am saying this because I want you to understand when I speak a word of prosperity, when I speak a word of increase, when I speak a word of activating seeds, I promise you, and they're putting the love. Listen, I promise you, they're on here now. So I want you to know that I'm not just saying this. People, I started giving prophetic words of increase to people on the broadcast. As soon as I got off of Mic Drop Monday, my inbox started blowing up. Woman of God, the woman you talked about with the daughter, that was me. Woman of God, let me just tell you, you were talking about me. There is a principle of seed time and harvest that becomes activated when we get to the point where we learn how to sow. I said this, and I dropped the mic on this, and I said, God can't increase what you won't release. A lot of times we wonder why there is no prosperity happening in our life. We wonder why there is nothing that's showing up in our life. It's because we just want God to go off of our good merit. Well, God, you know I've been faithful, and you know I've been good. But listen, you got to put a seed in the ground. It does not have to be me. I don't want anybody walking away saying, we just need our money. Listen, keep it. You've got to find something. I'm just making sure that you know, baby, I'm good ground. Hear me now. I am good ground. When I speak a thing, when I call a thing, I can promise you there is a return on that thing. God honors my word. He honors this thing, but I'm also a recipient. I am also a doer. I am also a partaker in sowing. I believe in sowing. I believe in investing. I believe in giving, whether it's my time, whether it's my talent, whatever it is, I am a sower. So I want to give you guys the opportunity if you would like to. And I said this last week, just because you sow one thing, it doesn't mean that's the way you're going to reap it. Some of you guys are dealing with issues in your body. Some of you all are dealing with issues in your health, and you need to sow a seed because you need to sow a seed of faith. God, I know that there is healing in the house. I know that I am not meant to perish. That's right. Pastor Knighton said seeds are meant to be sold. Listen, there was one girl, she sold $1.85, and she put a note on there. She said, this was all I had for my business. I turned around and I decreed a financial overflow on her business and in her life, because the Bible says he gives seed to the sower, which means I'm not giving you a seed if I don't think you're going to sow. See, there was a scripture, there was a parable in the Bible where the man gave out talents. Y'all remember the parable of the talents? And one man said, I'm going to take my seed and I'm going to just hide it. And when the master came back, he gave him back that same seed. Here's what you gave me. And he said, you wicked man. You're going to sit there and you're going to sit on the seed. That seed was meant to give you increase. That seed was meant to overflow your life. But because you sat on it, because you kept it to yourself, God can't increase what you don't release. And so That's way out my comfort zone, but I have to give you guys an opportunity to click on that link if you want to sow. Some of you guys are sowing because you need overflow in your finances. You're in a place where you're saying, I'm tired of making ends meet. Some of you guys are sowing because you're praying about a business venture. There is an opportunity that you're wanting. You want to be released into it. Listen, you better release a seed. God can't increase what you don't release. Some of you guys, your seed is for your children. You're worried about them in school. You're saying, you know what, there's somebody that's watching now. You're saying that your child has some type of learning disorder and it's stressing you. You feel like they're going to kind of be off when they get to school. You're worried about them being at a learning curve. Listen, I'm seeing you prophetically in the spirit. Sow a seed and God is going to shift that thing for you. He's going to put your child in the right class. He's going to give your child the right influences. He's going to make sure that your child is in a place where they're able to learn. Watch me. If it's you, you can inbox me. There is somebody that's watching, and that's your dilemma. That's the thing that you're worried about. Sow a seed and watch God. Hear me now. I don't speak loosely. Anybody that knows me, and there are a lot of people on here tonight that can witness my level when I speak prophetically, my word, I'm very specific. I don't give those general things. I'm telling you, I've seen it work in my life. God has shifted my life, my family, my finances, the things that we have access to. He's shifting the ground because of seeds. And there are some of you guys even tonight that are watching and you have issues in your relationship. There is one person right now, a woman, who is asking for the strength to leave. I see you. Your prayer is that you just ask yourself, can I sow a seed about this relationship? And the seed you want to sow is because you really want the strength to leave and to walk away. You're in a very, very bad abusive relationship. Listen, sow the seed. God sees you and hears you. And he's going to give you the strength, the momentum, and the perfect opportunity to disassociate yourself out of that unhealthy relationship so that you can be free. You better trust me. It's good ground. There's power in your seed. Your seed activates God's blessings on your life. Your seed activates God's supernatural on your life. Your seed activates breakthrough. Your seed tills the ground for healing. I told you guys, 5 blessing blockers. Your mouth, you have not because you ask not. Death and life are in the power of your tongue. You got corrupt communication coming out of your mouth. You always talking yourself out of good things. I said that the second blessing blocker was your mind. You thinking crazy. You're not transforming your mind. You're not thinking on those good things. I said the third thing was your diet. You eating the wrong things. You're ingesting the wrong things. You're letting the bad things come into your ear, into your emotions. I said that the fourth thing is your seed. Your seed is tainted by manipulation and deceit. Your seed is tainted because of unforgiveness. Your seed is tainted. And so you have to invest in you have to look and say, I got to invest. What kind of seed do I have? Let me do some investigation on this seed. And I dropped the mic and I said a deformed seed can't develop. So you got to check your seed. And last but not least, I said the ground. You got to make sure that you're sowing into good ground that you see a return. I don't want to sow into anybody that I don't see the blessings and the favor of the Lord upon them. You better sow into good ground. And you have to be confident enough to say, listen, I'm good ground. And I don't have any problem telling y'all I am good ground. And so as I close out this Mic Drop Monday, I just wanted to give you guys an opportunity. Those that want to, if you don't, I promise you it's fine because that's not what I'm here for. But if there is something in your life, if there is something in your life and you know, hey, I need to drop this seed into the ground. I need to activate God's blessings. I'm going to put the link up one more time. You can sow a seed. I put my Cash App up and I put my PayPal up. You can sow a seed. I do not care if it's $1 or $5, $50 or $100. I said last week that if you want to overflow in your life, the amount of seeds determine the amount of harvest that you have, right? So if you're planting a garden and you just want a little bit, just plant a little seed. If your faith has to be developed, right now my faith is at $5. So let me just plant $5 because there's just a little something. Sometimes God uses that in increments to build up your faith, and that is fine. But some of you all say, I know what I need done in my life. Let me drop this seed because I need something big. I don't need no patty cake prophetic word. I don't need a patty cake blessing. I need a big one. Wherever your level of faith is, drop your seeds, and I can guarantee you I will speak for each and every person. If I'm friends with you, or if you send me a friend request or send me something in my inbox to let me know that you sold, I will declare and decree and come into agreement with you for overflow, for prosperity, for favor, for health, for wealth, to run you down and take you over. Listen, I'm ElisaLaShell, the empowerment specialist. I am so excited that you guys decided to take this hour of power with me and come in as we dealt with these prosperity principles, as we dealt with this whole how to unlock your prosperity, as I unveiled to you the 5 blessing blockers, as I talked to you about how to activate the next level, how to level up for real in your prosperity. If you would like to sow a seed, the links are there. Blessings and favor and overflow into you. I'm so grateful for you guys. I will see you all again next time. Once again, I'm ElisaLaShell, the empowerment specialist, knowing that I'm bringing you help, hope, and healing. Thank you guys so much, and be blessed.